Oh, hello! Welcome to the stream. As I realize I left my highlights up here. Whoops. That's okay. But anyways, we'll get those settled. Welcome. For those joining me, maybe from VRML 1. I know there are a lot of viewers in there watching that last match there. Spaghetti versus King Gorilla's super hype, super exciting. Round 3, it was good. Good stuff. But now splitting off into Channel 2. I'm here to serve or servo you. Well, Servo versus Tint. That is, there is no team. And we've got this match scheduled to start here in the next few moments. Teams have been pinged. See on the Twitch chat, in the Twitch chat, with the Twitch chat, how the Twitch chat, it's the Twitch chat, it's Kona Gamer, it's Schlart, it's Soisy, and it's Echo, Aiden, and Cody. I said that already, but it's Galactic Rift. Pally is Swagger. That I am. Pally swag sounds a lot cooler than Pally dad. Dads don't have swag, right? I'm also not a dad. But nonetheless, you know what we do have? We have some rad, that is to say, White Dragon. We have Nathan P. We have, not rad, Guygasm and Late Toast. Here on There Is No Team, ready to get underway. Or not. In the open comms, I had Guy just said, sorry, Palidore. One of their team mates just dropped, so it's okay. Waiting to get Late Toast back, I think, in the game. Not a problem. Tony's saying, I think Pally likes me. I shouted you out a lot. You chat a lot, which is not a complaint. It's just I like engaging with all you guys. So when you chat, I talk back. Unless it's like a really busy stream with a lot of things going on, then it's much more difficult. Kind of like that last one with Kang and Instinct, or Kang and Spaghetti. So much going on at once. It's so hard to interact with chat when it's just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. But it's a good problem to have. But you know what? These humble Channel 2 and Channel 3 streams, I enjoy them just the same. Echo says, calling out Toast there. Look, Toast just holding true to the name, that's all. Don't worry about it. Late Toast not actually late so much as just having some minor tech issues, but I think they're ready. Tint just readied up, so we should be good to go here mighty soon. I don't even know what that was an attempt at. Don't mind it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, again, we have some options. In the meantime, we'll just go to the gameplay so we can at least look at something besides the highlights. How about that? Oh, was that... Did Avocado just hit the woe? Oh, Caesar hit the woe as well. Making themselves TikTok famous, I guess. I don't know. Put that on... I need to get more of those highlights out, I think. Because there's been a lot of fun highlights like that. I just haven't really moved any into the pre-game stuff yet. But yeah, fun tip here for people who are playing in these matches that I cast. I oftentimes do try to... Ooh, 1 second. Hold that thought. I can't concentrate. There we go. All right. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, fun fact for those who do tune into these casts that I'm streaming in particular, you might notice that oftentimes I do follow around the players after they make goals and stuff, so I'm just saying, don't be toxic, of course. But you wanna get some cool highlights, you wanna flex for the cam. Just saying, you can every now and then, you know. Oh, cue animation, by the way. Here we go. Round 1 is about to start. Let's have some fun. Get it done. There's Tint with the first stint on the offensive end. It's gonna be Late Toast. Slowly. Maybe? Nope. Uh-oh. I think we have a false start here, just based on based on what's happening. So, all right, never mind. Round 1, I guess not on the way. I'm sorry. I try not to lie to you guys too much, but I guess I just did. False alarm. False alarm. All right, we're back. Maybe. All right. So for real this time, actually, I'm going to do this again, and it's going to work. Round 1. Fight! All right, we're off. We're underway. I'm shouting out Kona Gamer again for some reason. There's Guy. Gets the disc first, and White Dragon and Nathan not far behind. Collecting the disc. It's going to be a joust, and the first score, maybe, never mind, not from Guy because couldn't grab that, just lost the handles. But you know, they're still going to find a pass a little bit too strong. Nathan was there. Fancy with the clear. Seeing if they can make themselves make their way into the lane for maybe an attempt at the goal because the defense is lagging behind a little bit, but there's an intercept actually from Fancy, so Fancy showing some good stuff as that goes right on past and into the awaiting mitts there of Avocado. Avocado did some good things there for Servo to get them those first 2 points. That was pretty much a 50-50. See 4 different players kind of diving and piling up, but yeah, I think Fancy even might have gotten a headbutt in there. I'm not quite sure, but either way, Avocado getting that score. So nice job. Farting Crab saying, Palidore do VRML. Isn't that what I'm doing? What? Welcome to Pizza League, Season 3, Day 1. Guygasm here, famed and acclaimed Pizza League competitor. Rad Nathan P. Good to see the developers in Pizza League. As we'll bounce actually right here into the top. And slapping it right back out again. So a minute and a half expired. Servo the first couple points already. See Princess in the chat stopping by. And welcome. You've made it to the right castle. At the moment, they're trying to crown themselves another goal. It's Condor swooping in appropriately. And spreading that floor for the 4th point for Servo. Serving it up. 80 viewers on the main channel. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, those back-to-back Kang games, definitely games that people want to watch. But you know what? I want to watch this one. That's why we're here. And right now on a mission, it's Nathan from the backboard. Yeah, a lot of great games on today, and really daily. Can't say it without sounding like a giant shill, but I'm really happy with how many of these matches consistently keep going to OTs and round 3s the last few weeks. Makes me happy, because I honestly, going into the season, I didn't know for sure. I mean, I know on Season 1 we got a lot of great games, but just with so many new teams, I wasn't sure how it might play out or how long it would take to play out, you know, as far as the MMRs and, you know, get those matches all in line. And no, they've been great. At the moment here, a retrieval from Servo. They got the 2-point advantage. They've got the offensive advantage right now. Condor with a disc trying to scour out of position here on the teammates. Fancy slings one over, right back to him, and right to the 3. Look at that from Fancy, from Caesar. And putting the dressing on that passing play. That was nice from Servo. They're up by 5 points.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Farting Crabs saying if Servo wins, you'll cut your toenails off. I mean, you should do that anyway. It's hygienic, unless you mean like literally the whole thing. In that case, dang, that's hardcore. Almost hard as a crab shell, as the defensive shell here trying to take a place. But White Dragon gets it snagged out of there. Fancy and Caesar in the same place, both getting stunned. So Rad Nathan P in the midfield going to stun out Echo Condor. Nathan now with a lane looking for that bottom play. He's good at these bounces, been doing it for years, but couldn't find that one. Still, Late Toast arrives to the disc, but gets stunned for the efforts. And now a nice slap over to Nathan. Nathan once more trying to find Late Toast. And they made the most for the 2 points. It's a 3-point match. Tint firing back. All right, so 5:37 remaining here in this round. Aiden saying they're studding. Well, yeah, that's kind of the nice thing about VRML, right? And I think why a lot of these newer teams in the league get better so much faster, because of all the available footage they have here among all these teams of every single level. You really get to know the meta and how the whole flow of echo and team play works in a very, very quick fashion. It's great. Fancy being punched out by White Dragon, Nathan as well. They're going to link up for a chain. and trying to maybe tie if they can get that. But unfortunately, the overshoot from everyone will get it back into still Tint's hands, but now they have to favor the slower offense. So Guy with that disc, and he's going to go for a kind of a hook pass, salted there right outside that barrier by the diver. Now there's 4 players for Tint all up in a row getting back to the disc. Guy clearing that out. The second stack there. Well prepared. The shot. Oh, just couldn't snare it. But that was really nice work there from There Is No Team. Just couldn't find that final result, that hit on the shot. So we'll go back to Servo. They 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on this first round, and they do have that 3-point lead. So now trying to work their offense in if they can just get it past all this heavy-handed defense being played. Echoes, Aiden saying, I'm studying Servo. Lab rats. Well, make up your mind. You're studying all of them. It's a constant study for me, honestly, because just when you think you know the meta, and just when you think you know how a team is going to be, they'll surprise you. They'll throw in new things at every opportunity, and you just see the continuation of the meta developing here with the 4v4 gameplay and with all these teams. You have so many different options, you know, with both offense and defense. Filling up the lanes here, trying to go for their offense was a late toast and Tint, unable to do much with it. So back through the tunnel it shall go. And over into the orange side of the floor where it'll be obtained eventually by Nathan. Got Guy in the back lane in case they need that back pass, but looks like they're just going to go up into the mid lane here. Dragon with a disc and a pass over down to Late Toast. Late Toast going to be tough there. Nice cutoff. Avocado able to get that disc, but thanks to Condor for the defense. Now that said, getting the loose play, it's Late Toast, making it a 1-point match in the first round. Coney's saying you need to sleep, it's 4 a.m. Well, by all means, sleep it up. There'll be VODs to watch, there'll be more matches tomorrow. Don't stay up on account of us. Although we're glad that you've joined us, as always. Soisy apparently watching all matches at the same time. Nice. Are you watching it with the sound on for both? Because that'd be a bit confusing, but if anyone can do it, it's you. Caesar here trying to get a clear, but Late Toast going to take that out. It's back into the top end by the ramp. Snagged by Fancy. Fancy has the stack behind, just kind of allowing them through there in the mid lane before slinging it over with a bit of speed and strength, maybe too much in fact. Only my sound. Well, oh my. Well, glad you're, thanks for the update. Glad you're tuning in and giving us updates. It's 12-3 favoring who? As right now the White Dragon, gets a clear. And back into the blue end. You can see all the stacks forming up here. And so King 12-3. Interesting to note there, because they did have a slow start against Spaghetti, so good for them that they're still warmed up. But it's going to be a good game, as that one is a shot that's going to be snagged out of the way. Guygasm losing his handles a bit, but has some passing options at the barrier. Now 2 cutters, and it does flutter. Like a condor. Wait, condors don't flutter, they fly, but flying by almost on the save. It was still going to be a good play for Tint on that one, and what's 1 minute 30 seconds left in this one. So Servo, they got off to that hot start. They've cooled down a bit. It's going to be, though, in the hands of them to maybe make a return. If they can score here, go up by 1 or 2 points again, that's going to be great. A deep pass there off that bottom and almost a nice rollout. They'll still retain the disc here, so there is a deep pass and the deeper shot actually being had by Condor. Did not think that was going, but boy did it go, and I am gone. Up by 2 is Servo, so now that is a great hit for them, because now if they play it carefully, and at the very least they do not allow a 3-pointer from Tint, Servo is going to be in great position for these last 40 seconds here. So let's see what happens. A equally long rollout from Tint, going to hit the nest. Late Toast, the 2-pointer, the tie. 37 seconds left in this first round. And it is neck and neck. Could we be eyeing the OT? We will see. Coming soon. Maybe. All right. I know, I think it was maybe Soisy who at the very beginning of this stream was saying, you know, if Servo plays up to their potential here, they can definitely take some rounds and potentially take a game. You know, they are a team to watch out for in the league right now. As, oh, watch out. It's Echo Condor being scoped out and stunned out and now surrendering the disc back the other way. So with a few seconds left, maybe, but no. It's an OT. And yes, I'm excited that is the case, as always. So 10-10, 2 minutes on the clock. Sudden death time in this overtime. Looks like round 1 over for Kang and Instinct. Also ending right about now as well. Kang Gorilla's taking that one. So here we go. Overtime, and who's going to find the disc? It's Fancy. But you see that backline stack, they were well prepared, and that's good to see. A lot of times in these overtime situations, you see teams go full committal on the joust, and then they get stuck. But you see in that one, they committed a player, but they still committed players there on the stack. On the shot, just off the spot for the rebound. No, not going to be had there. Slung out. Tough miss grab. And will be still taken here up high by White Dragon. Dragon going to the backboarded area. Posted up player, and they made the most. It's toast. Buttering it up for the overtime goal and win. It's Tint here, pulling away. So fun OT, and that was just some good, even despite a missed grab there, here and there, just good positioning. They got the disc back. They made, just the right plays, the right passes, that backboard area, a very good one to score from for sure. And hence the results. So taking a look at that, it was, late toast, big game, big score, important score at the end, of course, for the win. 8 points, 10 stuns. Yeah, White Dragon with 1 assist and 17 stuns. Nathan with a couple of points, couple of assists. And then Guy with 1 assist, a save, and 19 stuns. For Servo, again, hot start, cooled off a little bit more towards the end, and maybe perhaps part of that just being Tint also warming up, so a mixture of both. Fancy, crazy good stat line. With the 3 points, 2 assists, 4 saves, 2 steals, and 15 stuns. So, I mean, every category there just being drummed up from Fancy. You have Caesar with 1 assist, 1 save. You have 5 points for Condor and Avocado with 2 points and 12 stuns. So that said, as we make our way now to the second round, Farting Crab saying, Toast is a gamer, a gamer. And let's see, maybe given some more reasons here, as Nathan gets it to Guy. Look at that nice pass. That was a very tough catch from Guygasm, but still got it nicely. Still, though, a turnover going to be had by Fancy. Fancy with the deep throw into the goal zone, but unfortunately will be hit right off that Geo. So Fancy taking it back. Fancy getting stunned. White Dragon taking it back, and now he'll get it through. So the stack's attempting to come out. It will be Tint there to the disc first, trying to pressure on the defensive end. Guygasm now. Another zinger of a pass there from now Nathan to Guy. Off the backboard once, twice. Not sold as it goes back into the pocket now. Still going to be in Tint's possession, though, as White Dragon comes on in. You can see him just trying to maneuver and guide his teammates a little bit. And coming through on the shot, but taking it out and right back. It's Nathan P. Right through for the 2. Definitely putting on a good second effort there, and for all of Tint across that play. There were multiple chances at the shot, and eventually it got them what they wanted. All right, so 2 points going Tint's way. Let's see, Servo here. They've been struggling to score these last several minutes now, dating back to that first round. So really, they want to get something going and find some of that good momentum they had to start off the series. So we'll see. A Condor going to be stunned out, though, by Dragon. So if you ever wondered, Condor versus Dragon, which beast wins out? Well, in that case, it will be a White Dragon. But on the other side of the floor, Caesar is there with Fancy to collect the disc, and they're going to have a chance here to score as well. A Guy pressuring with those stuns, and here's a tap-off from Caesar, but Caesar, unfortunately, going to lose that disc out here to Tint. Now a good stack coming through for the blue crew, and they're going to get to the disc first. So Caesar there with some time, not enough of it apparently, though, as Guygasm comes on through, and Caesar almost gets a save. But nonetheless, it will be 2 points more for Tint. There is no team. Farting Crab asking, what's my favorite food? Funnily enough, crab is at least one of them. I'm not sure I have a solid favorite, but basically, I love my seafoods. I love my soups, and when it comes to seafoods, the trinity of seafoods: lobster, crab, and no, not shrimp. Crawfish. Crawfish is my third. But those are like my three almost equal favorites right there. But anyway, maybe that's why I shout out your name so much. I like thinking about crab. Over here though, with the grab, the throw, the goal. It's White Dragon. Nice pass there from Nathan to the barrier, and cutting through for the 2. So good work from Tint, showing that teamwork at play here. They're up by 6, about halfway to their scoring total from the first round. Coney liking that point of view shot earlier on as well. Here, I'll throw another one in. I try to throw them in, but sometimes I forget a little bit. And also, sometimes they get very confusing to look at, depending. So, got to be careful with how I time them. But nice timing on the passes here. Going up high now. Just past Condor's hands, unfortunately. So, those were some good looks from Servo, but just couldn't quite convert. With 6 minutes left, a very deep one is going to be narrowly missed and taken back. Ooh, weird interaction there, but Fancy grabs it nonetheless. We'll get the clear. Echo Aiden saying butter. What about it? Talking about my favorite foods. Yeah, perfect butter usage for those 3 ones. I think it's more so the butter that I like than the actual meat itself, but you know how it is. But anyways, meeting the disc here is Guy, but right past his fingertips. So speaking of butter, kind of floating past and floating through a little bit, but still Guy sticking with it, getting it. Butter stick. But over here it's going to be late toast. Also another buttered food. Huh. I'm seeing a lot of connections, but over here trying to connect with that deep throw. It's going to bounce off of the back wall. First to it will be Fancy, it looks like. Nope, past his hands as well. So Guy is going to get that instead, benefiting off of that. And there's Late Toast and Nathan linked together for a chain. Now losing their chain, but maybe getting the disc still. Nathan with a shield attempt, but Avocado, very nice patience from Avocado on that. Not getting baited too early into the stun. You can see Nathan was going for a good shield, but just gotta love that presence of mind as they go for that well-timed goal. And another almost save, this time credited to Avocado it looks like, but it's going to be a Tint goal. So there is no team pulling ahead 8 points in round 2. All right, so on this joust out, Fancy delivering it to Condor here. Condor off to the other side, going to be just missed by Caesar and being stunned. At 2 brute, he says. But nonetheless, into the back line, it goes right back here to Fancy. Fancy has a couple options up in front, being taken here by Condor. Condor looking for the score as they lose one here for Servo. Unfortunate as Guy gets the disc back and then clears it on towards midfield. So as they have an open lane now, it's going to be taken there by White Dragon. And Dragon with the Flames. 11 points, favoring there is no team and perhaps a reset, I can imagine, coming on in. And there it is. So tech restart as they do try and get their player back in here for Servo. Still have a few minutes in the match, but do need to start acting fast for sure. Now, one moment, let me hydrate myself, and I will address you guys again. Whoever's doing cams, that would be me. Camming and casting. I do a lot better at cams as well when I'm not doing both at once, admittedly. It's a lot to multitask, but yes, Rocket League definitely the most comparable game towards Echo, I would say. Of course, Echo's still kind of a beast of its own, you know, with the sport-like nature, the physicality, I should say, where, you know, less button presses, more just straight up punching, throwing, grabbing, flinging, slinging. And when you got Palidore, singing, rapping. But yeah, Kona Gamer says only works when somebody slows down game, or yeah, when someone takes an open shot. Yeah, because sometimes you go to the first-person modes, and if they start throwing in head turns and things like that, it gets awfully disorienting awfully fast, which is one thing that is definitely something you got to be mindful of. But go to it when I can, for sure. All right, so here we go. The continuation of the round. That said, the disc kind of in the wrong place, but maybe they're just going to play on it. Maybe not. False alarm again? False alarm again. All right, no worries. I think. So, with that said, see, like with this, for instance, granted, most people aren't going to be doing Joker trains all the time. But as you can see, especially when you got players playing upside down, you got players turning their heads back and forth, it can get pretty disorienting. You can kind of lose track easily, like this. You see? I mean, it's a balance. It's a balance is all. But nonetheless, it's definitely fun to go to from time to time. But all right, so. Just making sure I had a couple pings on Discord, making sure it wasn't directed at me directly.
Orange team ready.
Galactic Rift asking first-person POVs only. Are you sure you want that after what you just saw? Telling you, it looks good until it doesn't. That's all.
11, 10, 9, 8,
Kind of like me. All right, so 4:10 is going to be the time on the score sheet, or on the clock. 11 points on the score sheet. As Fancy does roll out. Now we'll be taken here by Caesar. Caesar with that pass up high, going to be cut off and taken in by Guy. Now see, can always do fancy transitions like that, sort of. Or it's just boom, 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 finding the room. Room. White Dragon going vroom, vroom, gets the 14th point for Tint. There is no team up ahead by double digits still yet, and looking to pull away. Yet more.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. I like it. I like getting fancy when I can. If nothing else, I know in the future too. Not guaranteeing it, mind you, but we are looking. Hold on, right now Caesar is looking for a goal. Make a nice hesitation, I should say. And there's the first 2 points for Servo finally. Good move. It was tough quarters. But yeah, I was gonna say not a guarantee, but we are looking in the future as well to doing or attempting for at least bigger matches maybe, where we can have the crew available to do, 2 different cameramen and then be able to kind of use a secondary camera at times for alternate angles and things like that. Like I said, no guarantees. We've looked into it and it's sort of possible, but it's just manpower. We'll see. Manpower and tech power could be a thing we look at some point in the future. Now, anyway, with 3 minutes left here, Servo has a big mountain to climb for sure. Tint with control. There's Guy Gasm with a disc on the back line and has his teammates all spread out the floor here. 2:36 remaining. Now there's a midfielder there for Servo. A couple of them, in fact. It will be Caesar and Condor attempting to contest these 4 different players for There Is No Team. As it does careen now into the midline. Taken here by White Dragon. Finds the angle, but look right back on the save. Guy Gasm now trying to get it back. Fancy throwing hands, but trying to get the disc back. It's still going to be late toast, but no, Caesar actually getting the clear. A big pile up, and that was really a lot of punches, but a lot of nice plays. That looked like a good shot from White Dragon, but I think it was Fancy there who saved it. Getting back in a hurry is Guy for There Is No Team, but Condor with the disc, having it lost here to Nathan. Nathan the shot, and off the backboard. Narrowly going to reach eventually the hands here of Condor. You see Caesar taking place in the back line. 1:52 remaining. Getting tougher and tougher by the second. Late toast. Getting the disc back and being stunned as the clear goes out. Pretty good clear at that as White Dragon and Nathan taking that disc away. Going for that backboard play. So Nathan, good hit and 16-2, and it's looking like with 90 seconds remaining, Tint will likely take this round, and mathematical time, as we do say here in VRML, not conducive towards a comeback. Servo being stifled a bit as they do try and roll out one more time. Let's see what they do. Condor going to roll out. Good pass over to Fancy. They have that roll out right to the pack, but just a little astray, so going for the right moves and right passes, but just unfortunately not really meeting the correct hands. A little bit too much mustard. Of course, the defense from Tint forcing a lot of chaos there. Now Fancy there trying to get it through. You can see trying to shield and grab the disc at the same time. A guy with the collection. No one there as the shot does go through. Winding in for Guy, and there is no team. Up 18-2. Fart and Crab asking, what's my opinion on Saluna being on Synapse? I think that's awesome. Saluna, I mean, coming in season 1 for VRML. Quite late with Team Mirage, kind of was a substitute. Now Condor here, no substitute for that shot. That's a nice 2 to at least end this one on a good note for Servo with some extra points. But yeah, there's no team coming ahead. But yeah, Saluna, you know, came in late in season 1 as a substitute for Mirage, and then joined the team. Had a lot of success in those last 4 or 5 weeks or so of season 1, and just carried that over and really impressed. You know, so I think it's a great opportunity for Saluna to be on a master tier team there right at the top. So that's going to be very fun to watch very, very soon. But 18-4 here for Tint as we close out this match, and I do believe that's the last stream of the night for me. I was taking a quick look at that, but I think we're good on that end. So we're gonna go to the score screen, give you a little read, and yeah, see what we got going. First round, super close. I mean, Servo did a fantastic job to really contest There Is No Team, bring him to the overtime situation. But once that goal from Late Toast went in and OT, it was pretty much uphill from there, continuing to just build on that momentum and really putting up an impressive scoring output in round 2, especially 18 strong points across them. Now over to the scores, though. It's yeah, great distribution. I mean, you can see Late Toast with those 8 points, but White Dragon 8 as well. Call out Nathan for, I mean, look at that. 6 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, 25 stuns. Very nice. Guy Gasm with the 2 points, 3 assists, 3 saves, and 33 stuns. Over on Servo's side, he had, server side. Yeah. Anyway, Condor, 7 points leading that one, 1 assist, 10 stuns. Fancy with 3 points, 2 assists, 5 saves, 3 steals, 23 stuns. Now that's again, a super impressive stat line from Fancy. You have Caesar with a very aesthetic line. Look at that. 2 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, 2 steals, and 16 stuns today. And that is to say, also a nice stat line. Avocado with 2 points, 4 saves, 1 steal, and 20 stuns. Also nice. So Servo, they did definitely impress, but yeah, just once they lost that momentum and Tint gained theirs, it was just the name of the game. All right, so with that said, and with the streams looking like they're over for the night indeed, at least for the next several hours, there is a stream for OCE, but that's not going to be for another, like, what, 4.5 hours or so. So we'll see. That might be streamed. Who knows? But yeah, Coney's saying Saluna is insane, going back to that a little while ago. And one of the, basically, speed and precision, probably the best shooter in the league in that sense. Ridiculously accurate, but fast. So fast. There's way too many talented offensive players for me to call any individual, you know, definitively the best shot in my books, but one of the top ones for sure. And just a huge strike. Basically puts the strike in striker. Yeah. And collects with some critiques, I do suppose, but you know, again, she's there for a very good reason. I've heard they've had some great success in scrims lately, so you know, always more to learn, of course. I do acknowledge that for sure. We see so many offensive players over the months and years. I mean, it's a build-up. There was a time where just the slow 9-meter threes, push shots, you know, shot put shots that went like 6 meters a second. Those were impressive. you know, once upon a time. Then you had people integrating jumps and ducks. Then you had people integrating whirls and twirls. Then you had people putting in backboards and bounce shots and, you know, the half courts and full courts. And, I mean, there's a million and one ways to score in Echo Arena. And we're still yet discovering more and more ways to do so. Coney saying, though, bedtime for you? Yeah, I think so. Thanks for joining, though. Have a good sleep. And I'm sure I'll see you, yeah, in the rest of the streams this weekend. But get yourself some sleep. It's well deserved. Farting Crab asking, will I ever play in VRML? Maybe, we'll see. My current role, I'm not allowed to. League governors are specifically intended, they're kind of built this season with the intention of being non-playing moderators. Because before, like in the prior seasons and pre-seasons for VRML, like across all the games, moderators were not allowed to play as well as moderate. But at the same time, we do really value having experienced players who really are integrated into the community and know the game, and having those kind of players be moderators. So that's why we kind of made the adjustment. We made league governors just to be there to basically keep things, you know, checks and balances in place, just in case, just to kind of guide the hand of sorts and just be there to oversee and make sure everything is handled well and things across all the VRML games, which there has been. Our moderator team has been fantastic this season. So that would be the reason. I mean, in the future, maybe I can play once things are built up enough and I don't feel, you know, I feel like we've built the league to the point where we want. Then yeah, maybe one day I can step into a lesser role on that end and then start playing again. It'd be fun. Coney asking for a cast later. Well, you know how that goes. I can't make promises, but maybe. I will try. But just for, believe me, if I could make promises, I would. In fact, in Season 1, I did sometimes because it was Season 1 we were able to stream pretty much all the teams all the time, with few exceptions. These days, though, it's very hard for, you know, if I promised every person who asked, it would be literally impossible to stream all games because there's just too many teams. So I will try, but no promises is all. Farting Crab saying, I get to play again soon. Maybe you'll cast me. Yeah, like I said, that's the aim. Absolutely. But anyway, all right, that's going to do it for me, I think. Covered most of the questions and things, I think, right? Yeah. I think I'm good. All right. So that'll do it for the night. Thank you, everyone, for watching here on VRML, both channels 1 and 2. Appreciation to Sir Dimwee and Sputnik Cobra for the co-casts earlier. And so much for subtlety on the cameras as well tonight. Been good, been fun. So until next time, I've been Palidore. This has been VRML Week 5. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, be good to each other. And oh, shout out as well. Our sponsors, Silly Me, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net. Of course, our moderators I talked about a minute ago with Wit, Nada, Sneaky Evil, Princess, Holocaust, Gilligan, Dano, and Echo Zero. And there we go. Now I won't feel bad leaving the stream without those proper shout outs. But yes. Glad to see you. Glad to chat with you. It's been fun. Be happy, healthy, safe, good to each other. And we'll see you again very, very soon. Good night.